Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Here's a full look at your weather forecast. No longer looking at any showers around the area. You're starting to see that really taper down over the past hour or so. Now we're just going to be dealing with some cloudy skies, a lot of moisture around the area, and that is going to lead to some pretty dense fog in some areas as we get the early morning started tomorrow. And after we've seen everything quiet down, it's going to remain this way until about 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow. And then we're going to see things start to ramp back up. So we have a kind of a deep breath as far as the atmosphere is concerned before things kind of ramp back up as we get into tomorrow. Looking at temperatures around the region, still looking at very warm conditions for this evening. Temperatures in the upper 60s and 70s, even up into Montgomery and up into Tupelo, Mississippi, still sitting at around 75 degrees in Jackson and New Orleans. So we're still looking at a lot of warm air and a lot of, I'll say, fuel that's still in the air for these storms to really get up and going for tomorrow, even as early as 10, 11 o'clock, because it's just going to be so much moisture in the region. Looking at it locally, temperatures are right around the upper 60s, or right around 69, 70 degrees for majority of us, 66 up in Eufaula and Aidville. But overall, we are going to see those temperatures really not cool down that much more. We're seeing temperatures even at 7 a.m. around 67. So we might cool down a couple of degrees, but still looking at a lot of moisture and warm air in the area. And we'll see those afternoon highs in the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon as a front will be moving through. And that's going to be kind of the one thing that's going to be helping fuel those storms. Front moving behind and that warm air moving in from the Gulf. That's the perfect ingredient for storm development. Looking at high temperatures over the next 7 days after things move through tomorrow and quiet down, we're really going to see those temperatures get up and going on Wednesday up into the upper 80s, and we'll see temperatures, maybe even some highs in the 90s both Thursday, Friday, and potentially even Saturday as well. Once we get into Sunday, we're expecting our next weather system to move through, and that is going to bring down those temperatures slightly. Looking at our rain chances, we are going to see, obviously, tomorrow. We've been talking about that the past couple of days, but tomorrow's going to be the best day to see some storms for us tomorrow. We could see some few isolated showers on Tuesday, some spotty showers. But other than that, for this week, it's going to be rather warm and dry around the area. We'll see another isolated chance of showers return on next Sunday. But the main thing we're talking about is tomorrow, of course, a level 3 out of 5 risk for some storms, so some strong to severe storms. Looking at an enhanced risk for tomorrow for essentially the entire forecast area. Our main risk for tomorrow is the wind risk with a moderate risk that's a level 4 out of 5. We could definitely see wind gusts with those storms moving through up to 60, even 70 miles an hour. So definitely secure your outside objects right now while we have time before those storms even get here, because they could definitely blow things all over the place with those storms moving through. And the tornado threat is a slight risk for the entire viewing area for tomorrow. We could definitely see an isolated brief spin up or two around the area. We'll definitely have to see how that line of storms tracks through the area. We could definitely see some storms rotating with that as well. Looking at the hail risk for tomorrow, also a slight risk, expecting at least quarter-sized hail with those severe storms moving through. Some of those storms could produce a little bit bigger sized hail, but we are definitely seeing at the very minimum some quarter-sized hail possible with those storms. So looking at the timing of things are really going to get started as we get into the late morning. Right around lunchtime, we'll see that line of storms moving in from the west, from about Troy and Delusion into Greenville. We'll see that first initial line of storms moving through around 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then spreading further east, getting into Dothan area around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then it's just continue to spread across the entire viewing area. And we are going to see essentially everybody seeing some strong storms from about 3 to about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and then everything starts to quiet down around 9, 10 o'clock. We'll be dealing with a lot of cloud coverage around the area for tomorrow night heading into our Tuesday time frame. And then as you can see, pockets of isolated showers in the area for our Tuesday, but not going to be as active for sure than tomorrow will be. And as we get into it, we are going to see those conditions try to improve. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s for Tuesday afternoon. Those for tonight, not cooling down much more, maybe a few more degrees up into the northeast. Eufaula 61 degrees, and a lot of us to be around 65, 66 degrees as we get into the early morning hours. For tomorrow afternoon, we'll see afternoon highs in the upper 70s, right around 80 degrees, and we are going to see, we talked about it, storms moving through after 12 o'clock. Looking at our stated outlook, that front will move through late tomorrow, heading into Tuesday, but we won't really see much of a change in those temperatures. But after that, we are really going to see those temperatures firing up 89 Thursday, Friday, and even 88 on Saturday, and we'll see those temperatures drop a little bit heading into next Sunday. Y'all stay safe heading into tomorrow.